Hello guys, I'm Mona. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to catch up blockchain and Bitcoin. First of all, the list of titles is as follows. Number one, history of blockchain. Number two, distributed ledger. Number three, how does blockchain work? Four, is blockchain secure? Five, the capacity of blocking blockchain. And number six, different type of blockchain in a network. Okay. The word blockchain is a combination of two words. Block means block and chain means chains. This technology is actually chain of blocks, and each block, any information can be recorded from the crimes of an individual to the details of the transaction of monetary network like Bitcoin. An overview of the history of Bitcoin, the king of digital currency. We should mention that an article on October 31, 2008, the person with the Satoshi Nakamoto tried to discuss the concept of Bitcoin as an electronic cash and how it works and to send and receive money between two people without intermediary and anonymously. Um, so the question arises that what is purpose of blockchain? Um, we use an intermediary such as bank to perform a financial transaction. But Bitcoin allows buyers and sellers, sender and receiver of virtual money to communicate directly, eliminating the needs for a third party as an intermediary. And this form of transaction is called peer-to-peer. Yes. Blockchain technology is not fundamental technology in itself, but a self of hashing, encryption, mass distribution, and etc. Process that have created this idea. Blockchain uses cryptography to create security in exchange and even buying and selling digital currency. Unlike banking systems that have a specific location and operate in a centralized manner, the data center in which blockchain are located is completely decentralized and distributed throughout the world. In simple words, blockchain is a kind of information recording and reporting system. Its difference from other systems is that information stored on this type of system is shared among all members of a network. By using encryption and data distribution, the possibility of hacking, deleting, and manipulating recorded information is almost eliminated. For a better understanding of blockchain, consider the following example. In a group of 1,100 people, I hold up a sheet of information and everyone take a picture of this sheet with their cell phone. Now, if I destroy that information or change it, it's no longer acceptable to that group because they have a copy of the original, unless I take everyone's cell phones and delete it. This crowd we talked about can be several millions of people that will seen it Bitcoin and Ethereum and other blockchain digital currency, or it can be used privately for a specific group. Okay. And a blockchain, in addition to having hash block, also contain the hash of the previous block. The slightest change in information of a blockchain, it's a hash in theory and makes the blockchain invalid. Blockchain data is not stored on a specific computer or server. Any computer or system connected to the network receive a copy of the information. Any computer that's connected to the network and receive a copy of the blockchain is called as a node. When you connect to a blockchain as a node, you'll get a copy of its interdata. No changing information is possible unless the majority agree. Okay, distributed ledger. The location of blockchain is called a distributed ledger. This ledger is available to all members of the network in detail, and even the account book are there transparent for everyone. This network is actually of chain of computers to confirm the correctness of the transaction between you and your other party. And after confirmation, added to the blockchain. Before blockchain, there were distributed ledger, but blockchain has improved distributed ledger technology with its block structure. Each of the block in a blockchain consists of digital part of information that include three parts. Number one, information about your transaction, for example, the date, time, and amount of your last Bitcoin purchase. Number two, information of participants in transaction using digital signature instead of your real name. Yes, exactly. Your purchase is recorded without any identify information using unique digital signature. Number three, each block has information that is unique to other blocks, just as each of us has a fingerprint to distinguish us from each other. Each block is stored a unique hash code that allows us to distinguish from any other block. In this way, blocks related to two transactions with the same details can be separated due to the unique code. And how does blockchain work? Let's take a look at Bitcoin transaction to better understand how blockchain works. Blockchain stored all the information and details of each and every transaction made with this digital currency and prevent it if a user wants to trade on Bitcoin more than twice. Each block is added to the blockchain when is stored new data, and in this way, a chain of several blocks that are connected together. The general title of blockchain is created for a block to be added to the blockchain. Four things must happen. Number one, transaction must be done. Number two, after purchase, your transaction must be confirmed. This work is done by the network of computers, which are more than thousands of computers and separate all over the world. Okay, this network checks through the computers that the transaction is done according to your order. And number three, each transaction must be stored in a block. After confirming the correctness of your transaction, the information is recorded in a dedicated block. There, your transaction information is placed alongside countless similar transactions. Number four, each block must be given hash code. After all the transaction of block have been verified, that block must be given a unique identification code called a hash. After obtaining the specific hash, that block is added to the blockchain. Okay, is blockchain secure? So the question arises that is blockchain secure? Blockchain technology has proven its security many times. Data is always stored linearly and block are always connected to the previous block after the memory is full. After this connection, there is no going back except with the agreement of the majority of the network. A hacker cannot make a transaction outside of the information in any way because all network users have a copy of the transaction and don't confirm his transaction unless the hacker has 51% of the total supply. And this attack required a lot of money and resources, and it is not cost effective. Blockchain method to create security and user trust. New blocks are always added linearly and chronologically. So new blocks are always added to the end of the blockchain. Each block in the chain has position called high. Once block is added to the end of the another blockchain, the work is done, and it will be very difficult to reverse and manipulate the block to change its content because each block is marked with their own hash as well as the hash of the block before it. Hash codes are created through a mathematical function that convert digital information into a string of number and letters. It is if this information is manipulated and edited in any way, the hash code will also change. Suppose a hacker tries to manipulate your transaction information so that you have to pay the price of your purchase again. As soon as your transaction information is edited, the block hash change. The next block in the chain still contains the old hash, and the hacker must update it as well. And then the next block to the end is like this: recalculating all these hashes require unimaginably massive computing power. In other words, when a block is added to the blockchain, it will be very difficult to edit, and it's impossible remove it. The capacity of block in a blockchain. A single block in the blockchain can store up to 1 megabyte of data, depending on the size of transaction. This means that a single block can gather several and thousands of transactions under a roof, but still there is no global consequence on the size of the blockchain. Okay. And developers predict that the number of transactions will accept and exist block in the future. And the last one, different type of blockchain network. Okay, uh, over the past few years, blocks have evolved in a different ways based on their structure and configuration. Okay, the connected is stored in a blockchain, and the activity of the participants can be controlled according to its configuration and business's goals. So we have four type of network. Number one, private blockchain. Two, public blockchain. Three, blockchain consortium, and number four, hybrid blockchain. But the question arises that why do we need different blockchain? The main reason for the need for a different type of blockchain is to perform transaction or exchange different data within a secure network. But the way people use blockchain and network technology or distributed ledger in a different in each case. And the Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin is a digital currency that is exchanged with blockchain and distributed ledger technology. This type of blockchain is public network, and because people from anywhere in the world can become a node and confirm other nodes and Bitcoin transaction. But then, on the other hand, suppose a bank use a private blockchain. This type of blockchain has a limited network, and only create member of the bank will have access to confidential information. Therefore, no one outside this network has access to bank data. A private network has limited and virtual nodes that are managed by the network administrator. The information that is exchanged in a private blockchain remain within the network itself. Anyway, any new node that wants to be added in a private network must get permission from the network administrator. Bank determine the size and the scale of their private blockchain in terms of branches in the city or country. Therefore, depending on the requirements, different blockchain network created. Public blockchain is a distributed ledger system without the need for permission and without restriction. Anyone with internet access can log into a blockchain platform to become an authorized node and participate in the network. A node or user that is a part of the public blockchain will be allowed to access current and post and past records, confirm transaction, or perform proof of work for subsequent block and extract and mine. So I hope they will be useful for you. Please like, save, share, and subscribe the channel. Bye bye.